Are we live? I believe that we are live. Okay, just let me ping Discord. My voice sounds weird because I have these earbuds in instead of my headphones. I normally never wear earbuds. I think I'll take one out. That sounds much better. Okay, Discord's pinged. So everyone, welcome. It's me, Mii Fieri, and we're back with another episode of Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. And hello everybody. Finally a new Miitopia video. Hi. Good night. Good night, Mr. Muffin. So, I was asking around very much last minute to see if anyone would want to get on a Discord call with me to do this, but no one could. No one could, which it's fair when you ask the day before within 24 hours. So I'm going to ask chat to please please try and interact. Give me material to work with. Hi there, Frost. Thank you for dropping by. So, yeah, just like I said, we're going to be seeing Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. You like Miitopia content? You like seeing people make what people make with the game? With their endless options? Yeah, such as making Guy Fieri. So, we're just going to go out here on a ingredient hunting trip, just going to grab some grub from this. I guess this would be a drive-in. Yeah. And you already know, Guy Fieri doesn't have any trouble with monsters here in Miitopia. Fawful. Is one of my Mii's Fawful? I forgot. But thank you for dropping by, Naverson. Navy Wavy. Nave-tastic Oakland. Your name is longer than your message. Looking forward to tonight's dinner, as Mii Fieri always says. Also, I hope everyone likes my outfit here. I couldn't find my mood ring, so I don't have any rings on. But I do have this broken watch and my Minecraft game band. And the game band actually works. I got it working. Isn't that awesome? You probably can't see it on the camera. Let me try and show the game band. Does that show up? Kinda. I'm taking it off to show you. It's kind of hard to take off. Can you see that? You can kind of see it shows the time right there. That says Crafter B. And the one that it's playing right now that you can't really see is me making a rabbit hole animation. Because you can make custom animations for this thing, so I made a rabbit hole. Anyways. And yeah, this watch is just broken, but it's a very fancy looking watch. Very comfortable too. It has a buckle instead of a thingy. Like you just snap it off like a seatbelt. So cool. It's also an NES watch. I've never played on a real NES, but hey, cool watch. Let's ignore the travelers in the Travelers Hub. So, here on Miitopia's Greatest Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, we're of course going to, try out some of these foods, see just what is the best in all of Miitopia. And here we got some iceberg mints. I have no idea how you make a mint, and yeah, you probably just get some ice, some mint, and then you have some icy mint. Let's see how this is. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. So, does anyone have any thoughts on what we should try next? Anyone in chat? I have so much food from when I was grinding for the speed run. Like, actually so much food. Oh, right here. We got some turkey curry right here. And, let's see. This is some succulent turkey meat. In a rich and flavorful spice sauce. You call that a roux if you didn't know. So, what do we do with this roux? Well, you see, we get some turkey and get all the spices and everything. Maybe even some Greek yogurt. And then we get everyone, we throw them all into the pot, and then we just turn up the heat, watch that baby cook, and then voila, we got ourselves a meal right here. How does it taste? Terrible. Nuts. Barbecue scorpion, snow milk. Alright, let's see. Do we got some barbecue scorpion around here? Again, way too much food. Also, if anyone was curious, I did in fact watch a lot of Guy Fieri clips before doing the stream, so that I could try and get a better grasp on how he talked. And he does in fact refer to food ingredients as people. So, no, stream did not end. Stream is still up. So right here we got some barbecue scorpion. Man, I can't read this with sunglasses. Good nutrition benefits come in small, scorpion-shaped packages. And all we gotta do here is we get some nice little scorpion, get some barbecue sauce, baby Ray's maybe, then you just slather it on there. And then throw that baby on the grill, take it out, and what do we got here? Well, let's see what chat has to say. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Stream is still up. Alright, and I just joined. What is this? Hello there, Omelette Air Ride 64. We're looking at Miitopia's Greatest Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Do I have snow milk? Where the heck is my snow milk? Oh, there's snow milk. And here we got some snow milk. Some rare snow milk, I should say. And the companion to cold nights. Don't burn your tongue now. So here, we just grab ourselves any kind of mug that resembles a snowman. In this case, we have a very tall, 3-segmented snowman. And you just gotta throw some milk in there, throw it in the microwave, and let's see how it tastes. Another disgusting dish here on Miitopia's Greatest Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Hi there, Trios. Thank you for dropping by. Shield gratin? I don't know how to pronounce that. But you know what they say. The more you can't pronounce a dish, that means that you know it's good quality. Let's grab ourselves some common shield gratin here and just eat it right up. You built a Miitopia restaurant in your backyard? Awesome. Let's have Melody No Surname try out this one. You just gotta get the shield, throw in whatever you throw into a gratin, maybe grits, I don't know, and then just throw it in the oven, eat it right up, and it's pretty mediocre. That was worth the dining, driving, and the same with the shield gratin. Okay, now stream is down. Stream reconnected. I don't know why stream disconnected there. That made no sense. So let's just go on another food trip here. Do I have any other things on this watch? Let's see, there's time. Is that time accurate? No, it's not. There's my name. There's the rabbit hole animation. And the time again. That's closer to being accurate. Why do I have two different times? Eating the mug is part of the experience. That's the spirit of Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. I should do a short of this where I double the speed every time I say that. We just gotta get these goblins out of the way, probably collect their flesh so that we can make a nice gourmet meal at home. And, yeah, that's the spirit of Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Oh no. It's okay, it's not Guy Fieri. I mean, Mii Fieri. Alright, let's see what else we got here. We got ourselves a chalk rock. So, as you see here with a chalk rock, it's hard as a rock, so only the hardest teeth will cut... Wait, what does that say? I can't even tell what that says. Win? Only the hardest teeth will win this fight. And, just to make one of these bad boys, it's just like a little treat for you to have at home. So you grab yourself a little candy wrapper, just like you would find on a Reese's cup. Everyone loves Reese's cups. We all know what that is. And then you grab yourself some chocolate, make half a shell, put some more chocolate in it, and then put the other half on. Boom. You got yourselves a chalk rock. And now let's see how it tastes. Another disgusting dish. Mii Fieri doesn't like anything. Now, how about a fluffy omelet? These, right here, are a delicacy in many places, such as France, Japan, maybe. That they like omelets. And this is a very rare one. As you can see right there, you got yourself your omelet, your greens, and a little bit of ketchup on top. The ketchup is what makes the dish because everyone just loves ketchup. And, it's smooth and delicate. This is a quality you'd expect from a top hotel. And hotels are the highest standard here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. So you just gotta put your egg in the pan, your egg mixture after you whip it up. Then you just cook it right in there on, I don't know, medium heat. And then make sure you flip it and stir it around so that way it doesn't become too solid. Let's see how it tastes. Finally, something that doesn't make Mii Fieri want to throw up. Steak? Okay, let's try steak. Here we got some golem steak. And to make this dish, you gotta defeat a golem and disarm its hand. and then you use that hand so that you can absorb all the flavors with the meat from it. Because these hands, they are full of flavor. And then you just get the butter, the steak, and then all your spices, throw them right on there, and then get everyone all cooking up together. And once it's all cooked all the way through, make sure that it's not too raw, but you do want it to be rare, because every quality steak is rare. I don't actually like rare steak. I like medium and well done. And then once everything's all cooked up, you just dig in. Let's have chat take a bite. Finally, something that's actually good. And that is the best food so far on America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. I meant Miitopias. Hi there, Ocardo. Thank you for dropping by. What else do we have to eat? Oh, some butterfly honey. You like steak well done. Yeah, steak is great well done. So here we have some butterfly honey. Now, this is a real specialty right here, because you have to get it straight from the butterfly. And, comes from purple flowers that only grow on seaside cliffs. And you know, that seaside breeze gives it some real flavor. I guess it's like salty. Yeah, it's probably salty. And then once the butterfly collects it, you just squeeze it out of the butterfly and then put it into this jar. The jar has to be the same color as the honey. You have to make sure of that. And then you just dig right in. And it's delicious. You were about to play Elden Ring, but plans have changed. So true. And now here we have some Banshee tears. They're slightly sweet, slightly salty, a mysterious and flavorful drink. And if you want to make one of these bad boys, you just have to get yourself a little chalice and a Banshee, and then you just make that thing cry. Make it cry. I don't care what you do. You can insult it. You can bring up its terrible grades from middle school. I don't know. You just gotta get the tears from the Banshee one way or another. Fill it up in the chalice, and make sure that you boil it before serving, because you have to get rid of all the bacteria that could possibly be in these Banshee tears. And then you put it in the fridge to chill overnight. And now, let's see what Melody No Surname has to say about it. Delicious. One of the best foods on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Honestly, like, there's not much that Guy Fieri says that's different. So you know what? Change of plans, I guess. Because like literally, I was watching Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives to prepare for this. He says the same thing over and over again. He always says the same few things. So, I'm going to join the Discord General VC. And, actually, you know, let me make a new VC. Stream VC. And, let me set up permissions for this. I am the only one who can see this new VC. And I'm going to make... Actually, no. I'm going to make it so that everyone can see it, but I'm the only one who can join it. Connect. No, cannot connect. But they can see it. Everyone can see it. Actually, not everyone. I need to make it so that only server members who are verified can see it. not connect but can speak, and everyone cannot view. Okay, permissions are set up. So, I'm going to join the stream VC, and if anyone joins the general VC, I might just, drag them in. Oops. My VTuber's up. Where's my VTuber layer? There it is. There we go. Had no idea I went live on YouTube. Lost 300 ELO in Pokemon Showdown. So sad. You like mushroom sauté in real life? Okay, we can talk about mushroom sauté. But yeah, if someone joins the general VC on my Discord server, you can feel free to do that. And I might drag you into my VC and have you act as the person that Guy Fieri would normally talk to when he's reviewing a dish. You would join where your social anxiety already has your heart pounding? Fair enough. Let me see, do I have no, I don't have any way to hear Discord, so let me make a specific audio capture. Discord capture. Okay, there we go. And I will also lower that a bit by 5 decibels. You don't like interacting? Fair. So, here we have ourselves a mushroom sauté. And delicious mushrooms for the fun guy or girl in your life. And if you just want to make one of these mushroom sautés, you just gotta grab yourself some nice mushroom. I don't know what kind of mushroom that looks like. Maybe a portobello. I don't know what a portobello mushroom looks like. What do I look like? Do I look like a portobello to you? Then you just grab that mushroom, slice it real thin, and then you get some nice gravy going on. You gotta get some beef stock, some flour. What do you put into a gravy? I don't know. And yeah, you do that to make yourself some nice delicious brown gravy, some au beef flavored gravy. Then you do some nice what's the word? You do some simmering in the gravy with the mushrooms, get everyone all in there. You cook it right up. Make sure you stir it every now and then eventually you'll have some nice sautéed mushrooms. And let's see what Melody No Surname has to say about this one. It's disgusting. Spices are for gravy. Yeah, that makes sense. You should put spices in gravy. I am very cool. Please don't get swarmed by locusts. Thank you. I'll try. Who's going to take the plunge? I don't think anyone is. Kiwi? That's an adorable username. You can't, you're about to go to dinner. Okay. I'll just keep an eye out on the VC every now and then. I'll try. Beef bones? You don't need beef bones when you have beef stock. When you have beef stock, you're fine. You're fine without it. Right here we got some delicious cake. Who cares if it's nobody's birthday? Cake's good any day. That's what good old Mii Fieri always has to say. So, to make one of these bad boys, you just gotta get yourself some nice Betty Crocker's cake mix. Is Betty Crocker the one that I'm thinking of? Is that the cake mix brand? I think that's the cake mix brand. And then you just throw that cake mix in there, throw in some eggs, maybe some oil if this particular recipe calls for that, and water, stir her up real nice, get out your cake pan, make sure you grease that thing. Otherwise, we're going to have a huge mess in the cake pan. It's going to stick there, and you're not going to have a fun time. So, you just gotta bake it right up. Once it's out of the oven, you let it sit until it cools down, and then we can put on our frosting along with the cherry on top, which is actually a strawberry. And let's see what Crafter has to say about this delicious meal. It's all right. You use flour, milk, sugar, and cake to make cake. You're going to bake chocolate cake for a gaff tomorrow? I don't know what that is. That sounds British. And I don't know what it is. Let's see what enemies are over here. We're just going to go out on another food run. Make sure to burn those calories after all that food. So that way we can experience more of Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Okay, but can you stop just saying clover without any context or reason? Scottish slang for a meetup with alcohol? Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Not exactly British, but definitely not American. We just gotta clear out these goblins here on the way, make sure we get the butterflies too. That way we can collect some more of that disgusting butterfly honey that we had before. Oh wait, actually, I think chat liked the butterfly honey. So never mind. I get it. It's delicious. Actually, it's delicious stuff. And here we got some of those banshees that we collected tears from before. We hated the banshee tears, but we're going to get some more. And here we have some clouds. They are living clouds. We just have to disperse them and eat them. Turn them into cotton somehow. Cotton candy. It could very well be cotton for all I know. And now we get to try some more delicious food here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Now here we have a mysterious crepe. This is a very rare delicacy here in Miitopia. Fruit of the... Full of fruit from Peculia, you may feel a bit peculiar after a nibble. Now, this is a signature down at Peculia. I know some great chefs down over there, and they make some of the best crepes. Miitopia's kind of morbid if you think too hard about it. What do you mean, kind of? So, here to make one of these bad boys, you just gotta make your crepe skin first, and to make a crepe skin, you need some flour, sugar. I think I might have had a recipe for crepes actually, because I made some not too long ago. What's this recipe? That's for brownies. I have no idea what this one's for. Yeah, I have no idea what that one's for. Do I still have my crepe recipe? Maybe not. Speaking of crepes, your entire Instagram reels has become French. That reminds me of the next Miitopia thing that I'm planning. You expose yourself to disturbing childhood games like Splatoon. So, you just gotta mix up all those ingredients for your crepe. Make sure you put some butter, so that way it ends up thin? Yeah, that's probably it. And then you gotta make sure that you have a pan on low heat, because if the pan is too high, then your crepe's going to cook way too fast before it can thin out. And you also want to grab yourself a nice flat spatula. That way, you can flatten out the crepe yourself. I think that's how people make crepes. That's how I make crepes. That's the good old Mii Fieri way. And then once you get your crepe nice and thin and it's cooked up on both sides, you just gotta get all of your filling. And here we have some nice fruits from Peculia. Probably, I don't know, a raspberry or something. What's that on top? A cherry? Yeah, you get some cherries and some raspberries. Make yourself some jam, and you put it all over that crepe. And then I can't really tell if the crepe skin is even filled or not. It looks like it's all just on top. And put a dollop of whipped cream, not any more than that, and a nice little cherry on top. Then we take this bad boy and eat it right up. Let's see how it tastes. It's actually really good. It's the best thing ever on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Who's my favorite fire starter? Well, judging by the Mega Blaziken pin I have over there, that's holding up my two Torchic hairpins, I'm going to say that it's Torchic. Face reveal moment. My face has been in my videos for years at this point. You have a large block of ice on your head. Heat wave? Okay. Oh yeah, I also have a Combuskin plushie. I have that too. I think that I did a bit about this on my Q&A video. Anyways, here we have some geothermal pizza. This looks like a nice American-style pizza, you know. Is it? I can't tell. Is that pepperoni or tomato? I think that's pepperoni. And this has a nice crispy crust to it. It's got the perfect amount of crispiness. It's not crunchy. It's got the nice dough texture, but with crispy outer crusts. I'm sure. Kind of like a New York style pizza. And we all know that they do pizza great up in New York. It can be both tomato and pepperoni. I'm going to assume that it's all pepperoni, because otherwise it would be a Neapolitan pizza, and I have no opinions on Neapolitan pizza, as I have never had it. And the only reason I assume that is because they put, like, they don't put they don't usually put pepperonis on Neapolitan pizza, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking of a margarita pizza? I don't know. Whatever. So you just gotta take your dough, make sure you use some nice New York water. It's got the qualities for a great pizza dough. And then you just roll it out. Make sure you spread it nice and moderately, I guess not thin. And you gotta get your sauce, some good quality pizza sauce. Don't go light on it. Make sure you get it all in there. And then you get your cheeses. Get some variety of cheese. Some mozzarella, some jack, provolone. And then you shred it all up, blend it together, get everyone all nice and mixed up there. And then you throw it on the pizza, put your pepperonis on, make sure that they're a nice even space apart. And then you get your brick oven that's heated by the core of the earth, throw your pizza in there, leave it for about, let's say, 10 minutes on high heat, pull it out, and you have yourself a good, crispy pizza crust. And let's see how it tastes. It's pretty okay. I hope everyone's entertained by this terrible stream idea. What did you walk into? You just walked into Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Is anyone in VC? No. Again, if anyone wants to join the general VC on my Discord, I can drag you into the stream VC and I can interrogate you about how to cook these dishes. Hi there, Floppiz. Thank you for dropping by. And welcome back, Omelette. Let's see. Right here we got ourselves some dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is a great thing, and here in Miitopia they do it up a little bit different. They use actual dragons to make this fruit. It's sweet and sun-ripened fruit by dragons, or favored by dragons. Also made by them. I'm not going to take that part back. They are made of dragon, and they are loved by dragons. Miitopia was your first video game? It's a great video game. Wait, how young are you? Never mind. So you just gotta go kill a dragon, let its corpse decompose, then it'll sprout into a nice little plant, the fruit will grow, and once it's sun-dried, you just gotta pick it off the vine, and boom, you got yourself a nice little plant. Let's see how it tastes. What do you think, chat? Delicious. It's a pretty average meal. You know how to cook some dishes IRL, but it doesn't mean that you have cooked these foods. Hey, I haven't cooked most of these either. I'm just saying stuff. I'm just yapping. If the dragon fruit is made by an actual dragon when it tastes scaly or meaty, you just have to wait for the corpse to decompose. You feel like you should clarify Miitopia on the DS? Yeah, that's still not very long ago. That's like less than 10 years old. Smash Bros. Melee was your first video game. I think Melee was also my first video game, but I don't remember playing it at all. I remember playing Brawl, but not Melee. Oh, this is a good one right here. Here we got ourselves a doggy donut. Now, to make one of these delicious doggy donuts, you gotta get yourself some donut dough. I have no idea how you make donut dough. How do you make donut dough? I'm going to look that up. Donut dough ingredients. You just gotta grab yourself some all-purpose flour, sugar, eggs, milk, yeast, butter, baking powder, and sometimes nutmeg or shortening. Why would you need yeast and baking powder? Do you even use yeast for donuts? I feel like it's just baking powder. Stupid AI-generated response. You're 16, you had strict parents. Oh, sad. Doggy donuts come from actual dogs, by the way? No. Now, this delicious doggy donut is delicious for humans, too. Don't you worry. It's just like a pup cup from Starbucks. A person can also eat it. So you just gotta grab all those ingredients, get everyone all nice and mixed in together, and boom, you have yourself the dough. And then what you do with that dough, what's something dogs like? Do dogs like anything sweet? I can only think of meat. Throw some cinnamon sugar in there, yeah. Throw some cinnamon sugar into the doggy donut mix. And then once you have nice and deep fry it, you throw on some powdered sugar through a paw-shaped sieve, and voila! Make sure that you eat it while it's warm so that you can get yourself a delicious, nice meal. Let's see what chat thinks of it. Disgusting. Dogs like chocolate. I mean, I'm sure that they do, but let's assume that it's not made of chocolate. And here we got ourselves another very interesting, rare recipe. This is some warming soup, and you make this. This is a specialty of the Powdered Peaks. Uh, that will keep you toasty and through all of winter. So, you just gotta get yourself a nice little casserole dish. That looks like what it's made in. I'm assuming it's made in a casserole dish. And then you throw in some tomatoes. Make sure you mash those tomatoes right up. Throw in some water, some chicken stock, and then you can also add in some potatoes. Make sure that you boil this soup up real nice, and then once it's boiling, you leave it to simmer on medium heat for about an hour. Yeah, let's say an hour. And if you really want this warming soup to be warm, throw in some peppers. I don't care. Veggie soup, very warm. Exactly. And let's see what Melody No Surname has to say about this dish. Another disgusting meal here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Bottomless soup, only through winter. So let's go on another quick run to burn off all the calories from all this food. I'll check the VC, see if anyone's there. No. I don't know how to make a veggie soup. I assume it's just soup, but veggie. Is the gameplay audio still capturing? Why can't I hear it? That's weird. Whatever. Anyways, get ourselves some nice butterfly honey again. We all love some butterfly honey in this parts of Greenhorn. It's a real trademark dish over here because they have a lot of butterflies to get honey from. You know. Is there a shorter stage for me to be running through? Today is Marnie Day? I thought that was yesterday. Oh no, it is today. Today is the 13th. We all love Marnie. Or not Marnie. Marie. Yeah, because there's no N. Looking forward to tonight's dinner, as Mii Fieri always says. So, let's grab ourselves some fluffy mushrooms. Now, this is a very rare dish right here. Crafted Cafe is a base Discord name. Thank you. Let's grab ourselves the chef of these fluffy marshmallows here in our own Discord server. Hello.
Bonjour.
Ah, my ears. I turned your volume up too high. Hello.
Hi.
So, would you like to tell us how you go about making fluffy marshmallows?
Oh yeah, that's so easy. So what you do is you get like, oh my god, I forgot the name of the enemy that they're from, but the palms, that's what they're called. You kill the palms, and then once they're dead, you take the mushroom, like the not the mushroom. I am going insane. I'm sorry. um, take the marshmallow bit off, right? And
Right,
then
right.
you go home and you boil it in like super hot water for half an hour.
That sounds absolutely delicious. And then what?
It is. You have to let it cool down a bit, otherwise your mouth will be burned after, but once they're set, they're great.
Amazing. And what do you do about the sweetness of these? Do you roll them in powdered sugar? What do you do?
Well, they're already naturally very sweet. So you don't need to, you just need to drink a glass of water afterwards, I'd say.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you wash it down.
Otherwise you might get sick.
Yeah, that's very true. And let's see how it tastes here real quick. It's alright.
Fair enough. Sweetness is not for everyone.
Alright, and we see here that you also have goblin ham on the menu. So how do you go about making that?
Well, my dad used to prepare goblin ham for a living, you see. So
Ah,
I know
yeah.
much about this. So the best part is like the back. So it's like the back bacon, if you will. So you get the back bacon bit, and then you cure that in salt for about a month, like dry cure it. Once that's been done, then obviously you get rid of all the excess salt, hang it up for like a day or two, and then you don't really need to do anything else. It's done. It kind
Oh,
of the salt kind of cooks it for you.
what a nice easy meal. There's a popular dish here, I hear.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, let's see how it tastes real quick. And yeah, it's disgusting.
Dang. It is pretty salty, so fair enough.
Yeah, I can feel my sodium rising as we speak.
Bro was about to have a heart attack.
And do you have any other dishes you would like to show me here today?
I mean, I don't really know much about any other dishes. I don't cook. I just burn down the kitchen.
Fair enough. That explains why you don't cook the goblin ham.
Exactly. Anyway, that is probably my time up. I'm no longer useful. So, au revoir.
Well, thank you for joining us here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives.
I'm honored to be a part of the show. Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bonjour. So true, Ocardo. Crafter Fieri real? Yes, Crafter Fieri is indeed so real. So, here we have ourselves some bitingly bitter tea. Now, how do we go about preparing this? Well, this is, in fact, just the thing to. What does that say? Calm you down after a hard day adventuring. And, you just gotta grab yourself a nice little see-through glass cup because that's a thing people have. And you gotta get yourself some living flesh-eating plants. You know, they have to be flesh-eating, otherwise it won't have the bitingly bitter flavor. You know, the bitterness that comes from consuming the flesh of man. Weed. Yeah, that too. And you just gotta take out those leaves, make sure they dry in the sun, and once the sun's rays hit them hard enough, just like an old guy on the beach in a summer afternoon, it'll dry out those leaves real nice. You can crush them up, grind them, put them into a little tea packet, and then steep it in some hot water. That's all you gotta do, and let's see how it tastes. What do you think, chat? Absolutely disgusting. We probably shouldn't be eating man-eating plants. You when you're blind, severe myopia. Wait, is myopia a real word? I feel like I've been saying that. Well, anyways. Anti-quarrel drink. We wish. So right here, we got ourselves some cotton candy. is a favorite among fairgoers. You know, anyone who's ever gone to Disneyland, you've had some cotton candy before. Otherwise, have you really even lived? No, Senshi did eat it. You're right, Senshi did eat man-eating plants. And, you just gotta go up to your nearest cloud, specifically one with a face on it, and, you gotta bludgeon it. You gotta bludgeon that cloud real good until the cotton candy falls out of it. And, it's got a nice light and fluffy texture, and, it tastes like candy. And, let's see what chat has to say about this meal. It's pretty okay. You have it, thank you, Mom. Oh. And always make sure that you stay hydrated after eating your meals. Here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and... I don't know what I was expecting to happen while I was doing that. Anyways. What other dishes do we have here? You dislike cotton candy? I have no words. It's too sticky. Well, don't touch it. And here, we have ourselves some mummy jerky. Now, mummy jerky is a time-old dish that have been eaten by the British ever since they discovered the pyramids. Because, the British are really into cannibalism, specifically if the meat's like thousands of years old. And, you just gotta go find your nearest mummy, unwrap its bandages, and just cut a little bit of meat off of it, And when they're well embalmed, the meat will be preserved for many, many years, safe for consumption. Probably. Probably not. Let's see how it tastes. What do you have to say about it, chat? Absolutely delicious. Chat loves to eat the flesh of ancient humans. But you don't like eating man-eating plants. Okay, I see how it is. Given the title of the stream, you're guessing this is a Miitopia mod about the food part. Oh no, this isn't a mod. I'm just playing Miitopia. I'm just talking about food because I can. Hello there, Kaizo. Thank you for dropping by. You would eat if you had to keep up appearances. Yeah, you don't want to be socially ostracized for disliking cotton candy. Now here we have some cactus juice. This was famously known for that one episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And, you just gotta find your nearest cactus. Make sure, for this specific type of cactus juice, you have to make sure that the flower is already bloomed on it. And I don't care that it takes like 10 to 15 years for the flower to bloom. You just gotta cut it off. You gotta cut it off and get yourself some cactus juice. And, you just drink it. Just drink it out of there. Are the needles... Yeah, you don't even take the needles out. Just leave the needles in. Firmly grasp that half of a cactus, put a straw in it, and then you're good to go. It's like drinking a coconut, but not at all. And then, just down that baby. Let's see how it tastes. What do you think, Melody? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Give the squirrel girl some tea. That is a deer. Excuse you. But I've already drinking the tea. I feel like there was another type of tea in Miitopia. Oh, right, it was nose tea, wasn't it? Wouldn't it shatter the needle? Wouldn't what shatter the needle? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. And also, I need to go adventuring again so that I can clear out the food. All the Miis are getting full. And again, if anyone wants to join the Discord General VC, I might drag you into my VC so that I can interrogate you for Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Let's kill some more goblins here real quick, harvest their flesh, and just like we said before, you just gotta salt those babies, leave them out to hang and dry, and then you got yourself some goblin ham. The cactus needles, if it's brittle, it could shatter in your mouth. I feel like that's not the worst part about having cactus needles in your mouth. But that is something we have to deal with. Just that's how we do it here in Miitopia. We gotta eat the entire thing that the dish is served in, even if that is a cactus. The straw came with the cactus, though. Yeah, you have to eat the straw too. The Great Goblin Slaughter of 2025. But the needles are edible. I mean, that doesn't stop the fact that there's a needle in your mouth. Now, here we have some good old slime jelly. Now, if you want to make one of these bad boys, you gotta kill a slime. And slimes, they're notoriously slimy. So, you just gotta take your nearest slime killing instrument and just bash it over the head. Bash it over the head until it liquefies. And once it's liquefied, well, now it's no longer the consistency of a nice jello. So, we gotta fix that. Go ahead and grab your nearest gelatin packet, or maybe even some cornstarch. And then just throw it in there, boil it over the stove, put it on medium heat. Make sure that you use a double boiler. Don't just boil it directly, otherwise you risk burning your jelly. And you don't want to burn your jelly, that would be really bad. And then you just make sure that it boils nice and right, get the starch or the gelatin all mixed up in there, and then once it's all mixed in, you just gotta throw it into your mold, let it sit, and then once it's cool enough, you can chill it in the fridge and let it set. And then once you plate it, just put a leaf on it. Is that a leaf? Yeah, just put a leaf on it. Mint, maybe? I don't know what a slime's supposed to taste like. And then you just eat that bad boy right up. Let's see how it tastes. Another great meal on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. You feel like having a needle in your mouth would taste the same as drinking a fizzy drink. I love carbonated drinks. Those are great. Like, okay, is there anything that Dr. Pepper does not go with? I don't think there is. Because, like, I'd have Dr. Pepper with ice cream. I'd have it with steak. I'd have it with hot dog, hamburger. What are other flavors of food? I'd have it with fruit. I'd have it with I've only named sweet and savory things so far. What are other flavors? I'd have it with cheese. Polka, stop saying clover. Stop it. And yeah, another great meal. Another great meal. Great minds think alike. I love carbonated beverages. Oh, nuts. I do have nuts. I don't think I've eaten any. You don't mind the taste, but you don't like the carbonated part. That's the fun part. As long as you don't drink it too fast and hurt yourself. You're sorry you were so awkward on VC, by the way. You've never talked to one of your idols before. I'm honored that you think of me that way, but also you sounded not very awkward. You were better than me when I am on Discord with someone, or really just any kind of call. Would poison count as a flavor? Sure, why not? You're allergic to nuts? Well, that's unfortunate. My brother's allergic to nuts. Uh, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. There's not really much to add on to that. Carbonated drinks make your face immediately scrunch up and sting with a single drop. Lemon. I'm pretty sure that's how that meme goes. Lemon. How did that meme originate? Was it a Vocaloid? I feel like I could imagine it being Hatsune Miku saying that. Forest nuts. Now here we gotta go and get these from the Elven Retreat. The Elven Retreat's known for their nuts, and yeah, it's a small bowl of nuts. Make sure that you don't have to deal with any angry squirrels that are after these nuts. Hatsune Miku, so true. And just grab your favorite nuts. I don't care what kind. Just throw them in there. I don't know. throw some nuts into a bowl. Eat it. Eat the bowl. Why not? Let's see how it tastes. It's pretty alright. Second favorite Pokemon, Butterfree. You devour Hieroglyph Toast? Well, let's see how Hieroglyph Toast tastes. What did you just walk in on? You walked in on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. And now, we're going to try some Hieroglyph Toast, a courtesy of next door's, diner? Yeah, diner served toast, why not? So, let's grab this Hieroglyph Toast, and you just gotta make some bread, cut off a piece of that bread after you bake it, and then toast it again so that it's different from normal bread. And make sure that you press some hieroglyphs into it for the extra taste. Let's see what chat thinks of it. It's okay. My favorite D&D class? Warlock. I feel like I've answered most of these questions in the Q&A video. Oh, and by the way, go watch the Q&A video. Go watch all of my recent videos. I forgot to say at the start of stream, I wanted to do a thingy. Remember to turn my subscriber notifications on, because YouTube doesn't show people videos of mine unless they're Miitopia. So, do that. Turn notifications on, because I want to shill for your views. Please don't devour you. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have been named Toast. Let's see. We got ourselves some tornado lemonade. Now everyone knows what a tornado is. That's not related to this very much at all, other than the fact that you gotta kill a tornado, extract its essence, mix it with some lemons, and do your normal lemonade stuff. Add water, add sugar. You got yourself some perfect lemonade. Because if you don't add water, then it's just lemon juice. Or actually, is this international lemonade or is this American lemonade? It's probably international lemonade. So it's probably actually carbonated and doesn't really... I guess it would have some water. Yes, Mario and Luigi Brothership is a new one. So you just gotta get some water, run it through your soda stream, I guess, get it all carbonated, and then you get your lemon juice and your tornado extract, mix it all together very gently, otherwise you'll lose all that good carbonation. And then once it's all mixed in, you gotta top it with some whipped cream for some reason, and some mint leaves, maybe. And then you just drink that bad boy right up. Let's see what chat has to say. It's pretty good. Another good meal on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. You're obsessed with Elden Ring. What's the dragon again? Timothy? The dragon's name is Dominic. Let's drink some water again. This time I won't spill it on myself. Technically, I didn't spill it last time. I was talking while I was drinking it, and it got all over me. But I was talking on purpose. I see mints. Iceberg salad. Now here we got ourselves some iceberg salad. This is a great classic. It goes well with any type of meat dish that you might think of. And for one of these bad boys, you just gotta get yourself some nice cold and crispy iceberg lettuce. And hey, if your iceberg lettuce isn't crispy enough, throw it in the freezer. It'll make it extra cold, extra crispy. And then you gotta get a snowflake. Put the snowflake right on top of those leaves and throw it into a bowl, toss it, and yeah, you just eat that bad boy right up. Let's see what Chad has to think. What does Chad think about this? It's alright. It's just lettuce. And now a beef burger. Now one of these, 100% ethically sourced beef. It comes straight from your local Minotaur. And it's ethical because, you know, the Minotaurs are trying to kill people, so it's fair enough to eat them. Please stream Brothership. You swear it's better than IGN says. I already own it. I just haven't had the time to play it. I might stream it. I was thinking of playing it off stream and just making a video. I don't know if that's a stream game or an offline game. Favorite Nintendo game? I don't know, Miitopia? Probably. So, you know, once you kill that Minotaur, you just get a nice heavy plate, a good sturdy plate to hold this big old beef patty after you take its flesh and grind it up into a nice little patty. And then once you do that, you take your patty and then some nice beef gravy. Work that gravy in there before you cook it, and also some spices. Because when you work the gravy in before it cooks, the flavor goes all the way through. And you gotta make sure that you get the spices in there, of course. And then you just gotta put it on the pan and fry that baby up. Make sure that you fry it on a medium heat so that way it cooks all the way through. You can't serve these kind of patties rare. They gotta be cooked all the way through. Ground beef is not safe to serve rare. It's gotta be medium or well done. And let's cook this bad boy up medium, so that way it's nice and juicy in the middle still. The gravy is nice and just thick enough, but it's still liquidy enough that it's juicy. I'm just saying words. And when you're cooking this thing up in the pan, you gotta saute it. You gotta... This is ethically sourced? Yeah, because Minotaurs are evil, so it's okay to kill them and eat them. And, yeah, you gotta make sure that you saute this thing in some more beef gravy, get that flavor on the outside, make sure it sears to the patty, then you put it back onto that plate, and you just eat it right up. Let's see what Melody No Surname has to say about this. It's absolutely disgusting. It's horrid. It's horrendous. There's hammer in your beef burger. That might be why it was so disgusting. And, I think we're just going to go through a few more dishes here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. What about Atreus from Myth? I don't know what that means. So here we got ourselves some hobgoblin donuts. Now, we already made some donuts with the doggy donut, but that was a different kind of dish. With this one, we gotta make sure that we punch a hole in it, and we hold the cinnamon sugar. No cinnamon sugar goes into this thing. We just gotta make your donut, make it round, put a hole in it, and yeah, it's round and it has a hole in it. And then you just fry that bad boy up. Once it's out of the oil, you gotta dry it off, put it on a drying rack, and then frost that bad boy up. Now for the frosting, you just gotta get some blue, some white, and some sprinkles. Then you mix everyone together and just slather it on there. Then you got yourself some perfect donuts. Do you think it's Wario time because it's Wario time? Capitalism mod reference? Bye-bye, Ocardo. Have fun playing Elden Ring. I still need to add more to the capitalism mod. I haven't done that. So yeah, you just gotta slather on that frosting and make sure that you make that frosting with the fat of a hobgoblin. Otherwise, these aren't hobgoblin donuts now, are they? Why are we wringing out our donuts? Because you have to fry them in oil. You don't want them to be oily after you fry them. Trust me, I've had donuts that were oily after frying, and that's disgusting. Now let's see what Melody No Surname thinks. Ah, they're delicious. Everyone loves a good donut. Your cat is intensely watching the stream. That's because cats are natural predators, and they, of course, too, want to consume the flesh of a hobgoblin. Although it's not really the flesh, we're just using the fat. Now let's go on another food run real quick, and by food run I mean a run to burn off food. Not a run for food. What did I come here for again? I already forgot. What if you just want dino nuggets? Well then, you have to go to America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives, not Miitopia's. Guy Fieri wins. Guy Fieri always wins. Or should I say Mii Fieri? This is Mii Fieri. Don't mind the fact that he's named Guy Fieri. Man, I could really go for a good donut right now. You know something weird? Every time that I'm reading a manga or watching an anime, they always get like pre-made packaged donuts. They never eat fresh donuts. That's like not a big thing over there, I guess. That's like an American thing. But like fresh donuts are infinitely better than a packaged donut. I'm just saying. The most appetizing. The most appetizing thing in Miitopia is probably the meat the king eats. I don't think I have any. Unfortunate. Well, let's see right here. We got ourselves some Devil's Food Cake. Now, Devil's Food Cake is a classic. It's like a food cake, but of the devil. We're reaching the king's diet. So, here, you just gotta make sure that you get yourself some nice chocolate flour cake mix, and you gotta add in some extra chocolate, and then add in some extra chocolate after that. Make sure that it's nice and thick, otherwise this won't be Devil's Food Cake. You gotta pack it right full of chocolate. And then, if you really want to bring it all together after making that, you just gotta summon some demons and infuse them into the cake. It's an important step. You can't miss that. And then, after that, you gotta bake the cake. Make sure you grease that cake pan, as always. Always gotta grease that cake pan. And then, you just you bake it right up, take it out, and then you have to cut the cake down the middle, so that way you can put in some nice frosting. And now, for the frosting, we're going to use some chocolate ganache. Now, if you want to make some chocolate ganache, you gotta grab your nearest semi-sweet chocolate. You can use chocolate chips, chocolate bar, whatever you please. And then you heat it up on a double boiler. Now, if you don't know how to set up a double boiler, I should have told you this earlier when I mentioned it before. But you gotta set a pan, or like a pot. You gotta put a pot, put some water in it, slowly heat it up, and then put a bowl over that, and then put whatever you want in that bowl, and that's how you set up a double boiler. And then to make your chocolate ganache, you gotta heat up your chocolate, make sure it's all nice and melted, and then with the chocolate, you throw in some buttermilk and some heavy whipping cream. Then you take everyone, stir them all together with a nice whisk. The whisk will make sure that they mix evenly and thoroughly, and you can also scrape off the side of your bowl. Everything's gonna mix up right nice and well there. Then you just slather it onto the bottom half of the cake, put the top half on, put it on the sides and then on the top, and bam, you got yourself some devil's food cake. Now, let's see how it tastes. It's alright. Wasn't worth selling your soul for. My favorite race in D&D? Uh that is a tough one. Cause there are so many races in Dungeons and Dragons. Uh I guess just a wood elf, or were they called wood elves? Whatever the elves that lived in the forest were called. I think they might have been called something different in Dungeons and Dragons. Devil's food cake looks good, but you would become mischievous if you ate it. And now we're just going to take a look at one last food here. Actually, oh, Toast, you're in VC. I'm sorry, I haven't been checking the VC. Hello there, Toast. Are you there? I don't know if Toast is there.
That's on me.
Oh, hello there.
Hey.
So, we hear that your diner serves some pretty delicious roast griffin.
It has.
Alright, so, tell me how you make one of these bad boys.
So how I mainly prepare it is I just have to figure out a way to kill a griffin somehow. And
Hmm.
after I kill it, I just take all the meat from it like you would think you would do. And then you just
Yeah.
take a pan on the stove and then you boil it or like put like oil into the pan and then like make it like sear like the meat if you haven't already put it in the pan. And then once that's done, you just gotta like prepare it while it's hot because you don't like stuff cold. And while it is hot, you have to add herbs and um some seasoning to it, like for example, salt and pepper, that stuff.
Yeah, classic salt
And
and pepper.
then and then after that you just like deliver it to whoever ordered it.
Yep, classic fast food business. And so what are your choice of greens here? It looks like there's some lettuce. Oh no, I think we broke them.
I don't really remember what roast griffin looks like off the top of my head.
That's fair. No chef remembers what the food they cook looks like.
Oh, okay. So, along with the herbs and the lettuce, you have to add tomatoes as well.
Ah, yeah, tomato.
And basically that's pretty much it.
All right, well, this is our last meal of the day, so we're going to see how this tastes. Guy Fieri loves it. It's amazing.
Thank you.
All right, so you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for joining us here on Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. So, that was all of the dishes that we have here today. And thank you for joining us for our... How long have I been streaming? Our 1.5 hour special of Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. I hope you all enjoyed getting to see all these greatest foods here on the... I guess Greenhorn would be the west coast of Miitopia. And, yeah. So, remember to tune in next time for Miitopia's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Peace out. I don't know how he ends an episode. They don't have clips of that on YouTube. But yeah, thank you to everybody for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.